Welcome to Angular Masterclass series, a comprehensive 4-part series which will take you from a beginner to Angular expert. In the first episode, we will discuss the fundamentals of Angular and its components.
Hi, I am Srivastava. Now I am going to be your guide throughout this Angular Masterclass. Now the first topic we want to discuss what is actually Angular is. Angular is a dynamic web application framework which is concerned with the JavaScript. Now with the advancement of the JavaScript into TypeScript, Angular uses the total TypeScript method to creating a framework which provides you a dynamic web app. It benefits you including scalability, performance and maintainability. Angular is a component-based architecture, so it provides you the reusability concepts also. Now, just going with the start, I am just going to tell you how you can set up an Angular environment in your system. Now, setting up the Angular environment. So for setting up the Angular, you need Node.js in your system. So Node.js is concerned with the npm install Angular in your system. You need Node.js, and your Angular version should be always compatible with the Node. So for example, if you are using Angular 16, which is the latest version, you must have Angular Node 18, which is the latest version of Node.js. Now to how to set up the Angular in your system. So as we already discussed, like you have to install the Node.js in your system. After Node.js, you have to run npm install -g @angular/cli. So this Angular CLI will install you the latest version of your Angular in your system globally. You have to mention -g because Angular CLI must installing the global to the system. After that, you have to create an Angular workspace. For creating an Angular workspace, you have to write ng new my app. You can use any name for your app, and by this command will give you a workspace to create the different Angular components and do the different functionalities in the web application. Now, if to go to the particular app, you have to go cd my app, and after that you can by ng-serve/-open you can run the command for the running the Angular application, and it will run you the application by default on local. So by ng-serve-open, the Angular application will run into your system on this particular address, http localhost 4200. You can change this port number as per your choice. Now by this you can access your application by creating your any kind of components, any directive, any different functionalities, and you can see all the changes on this particular. So now we are going into the basic concepts of Angular. Angular consists of components, services, modules and data binding. So what are the components? Components are the building block of any Angular application. It consists of template, styles and other categories of metadata which require to create any view for the application. Now, what is the services? Services is a broad category encompassing of any value or function that are needed for the application. Modules basically Angular is a modular structure. Now after the Angular 8, we had seen the module concept was come into a very much fashion because due to the lazy loading feature. Now each module is created as a separate entity, and we join each module to create a different application, which makes the scalability and reusability of the Angular application in a very good manner. Now coming back to the data binding, Angular defines you the data binding from parent to child, child to parent, and in between the siblings with the different decorators and the different methodologies through use of services also.
And this concludes the first part of Angular Masterclass series. In the next episode, we will dive deeper into the Angular concepts and much advanced concepts of Angular. Stay tuned.